Welcome to the month of November. And although this is our annual pet memorial service, today I think I have to start by saying, how about those giants? Again. Phew. Well, I greet you with aloha this morning because Patty and I, we just returned from Hawaii last Wednesday night. Reverend Patty is taking care of our sister temple in Placer today, but while in Hawaii, we enjoyed a small family reunion vacation that my sister had been planning for almost a year. We flew into Honolulu the Wednesday before, October 22nd, and that day we watched the last few innings of World Series Game 2. It felt a little odd because in Hawaii, the games are televised at 2 p.m. So we were glad that we missed the most of that game because Kansas City tied the series, beating the Giants 7-2. Then over the weekend, we watched San Francisco win 2, and the Giants went up in the series 3-2. And this year, for the first time in a long time, I can't remember the last time we had the time and the opportunity to watch almost every game because we were not on a schedule. And it was a whole week of just spending time with family and friends and just relaxing. We missed most of Tuesday's 10-0 loss to Kansas City since Patty had found her happy place at Ala Moana Mall. We checked the scores on our cell phones and we just kept shopping. And as everyone now knows, the series tied 3 games apiece. The deciding Game 7 would be played on the road in Kansas City. Unfortunately, when that game was beginning on Wednesday, we were going through the ag inspection and boarding our plane at the Honolulu airport. So while in flight, they would announce the scores from time to time. But all we got were the updates and what inning we're in, and we were not able to see the plays or feel the excitement or the tension. And when we landed, I told Patty, I think this Game 7 is now on my very short list of the best games I never saw. But this year again, for the third time in 5 years, the Giants just played their hearts out, and they are again World Series champions. When they announced this, it felt like the entire plane just exploded in cheers, and it felt so good. You know, I've mentioned this before, but have you ever thought much about why we love our games? You know, it doesn't matter whether it's baseball or basketball or football, soccer, tennis. Doesn't matter if it's checkers or chess or poker. I think we enjoy them all because in the games that we have created for ourselves, the rules are very clear. They're clearly defined, and all the players and the spectators know them well. We know what is fair and what is foul. We know the boundaries. We know what is out of bounds. The rules are set. Unlike the games we love to watch and play, in life, in living life, we often don't know what the rules are. We don't know where the boundaries are. We don't know what is fair and what is foul. It is like how the bishops and his advisors could allow a 2-year mandatory class that Sensei Calvin completed to be made up after Tokudo, but if you miss the last weekend of instruction, well, that's just unacceptable and intolerable. It shows a lack of commitment. Ooh, it's getting out of my system slowly. Go figure, huh? But that's why we love and we respect our games, because everyone tries to be fair. And I think we enjoy our games because we know when the game is coming to an end. In life, we never know when we are nearing the end of the 4th quarter. In life, we are not often given a 2-minute warning. Just like when the Giants and Royals were in the bottom of the ninth in Game 7, every player on the field knew that if they're going to do something, they had to do it now. Not tomorrow, not next week, but right now. And with 2 outs, a Gregor Blanco error put Kansas City's tying run on third base. Oh, I only watched this about 24 times on the post-game highlights. The night we came home, I stayed up to 1 o'clock watching all the highlights. But when it was live, I can only imagine how nail-biting that moment must have been. With Perez at the plate, Bumgarner was facing the one player who had scored a run off of him the entire World Series, Salvador Perez. With 2 strikes on him, Perez popped up Bumgarner's 6th pitch to Pablo Sandoval just off of third base. And we know what happened. With that catch, it ended the game, ended the series, and it was the end of the 2013-2014 Major League Baseball season. Unlike the games we love, in living life, we never know when our season will end. And sometimes we fool ourselves into believing that our season will be infinitely long. And when we do this, we begin to live each day not always doing or trying our best. In life, we do not know where the 9th inning is going to be. One of the greatest mistakes we can make is to think we can take our lives for granted. When we live foolishly, we imagine that we will never run out of time to do the things we want or to be with the people we love. And when we live this way, we might find ourselves moving through life on cruise control, taking everyone and everything for granted. Buddhism encourages us to know well the reality of impermanence. And with this awareness, our Dharma eyes open and we see that we must receive the gift of this day with deep gratitude, deep and true gratitude. We must appreciate the love of family, the companionship of our friends with deep and true gratitude. In Jodo Shinshu, when we feel true appreciation that is so deep that the words thank you are insufficient, we begin to sense the depth of Nembutsu gratitude. I remember it was some years before that I was so amazed that our YBA kids chose as their conference theme, Forever in Gassho. Forever in Gassho. You know, I'm still impressed by that theme. Just imagine putting our hands together in Gassho and bowing with such a feeling of gratitude so deep that we could never come up from that bow. We would feel so grateful that we would be forever in Gassho. That is the feeling of Onembutsu. Today, we are observing our pet memorial service. With this service, we remember very special pet members of our families that we have loved so much that although many, many, many years may pass, we will find ourselves still talking about them. Today, we remember again just how much they have meant to us, how we loved playing with them and holding them close. Those of us who have lost a pet this year know that it's just like losing a member of our family because they are. And we learn some of the most important lessons of life from our pets. One of the greatest is that we learn that in living life, it is inevitable that we must know loss. In living life, it is inevitable that we must know loss. But we can only feel real loss because we have learned how to truly love and to care. There can be no deeper lessons than that. With our annual Dharma School Pet Memorial Service, we remember again how much we have learned from having loved our pets, and having them as a part of our lives. And in reflecting again on the reality of impermanence, that we know the meaning of real loss, and we are encouraged to live knowing that we are always in the 9th inning of the 7th game in the World Series of our lives. As I mentioned, one of the greatest mistakes we can ever make is to think that we can take our lives and the people we love and the pets we love for granted. When we live taking things for granted, we live foolishly, and we will find ourselves looking back on our lives with deep regret. With our Dharma eyes open, we will see that we should live trying to make the most of each day, just as the giants did last Wednesday. Each day is a rare and wonderful gift not to be taken for granted, and every opportunity to be with the people we love and the pets we love is one to cherish. With our Dharma eyes open, let us try to enjoy and appreciate every day, rain or shine. And with that sense of gratitude beyond words, we begin to understand the real meaning of Namo Amida Butsu. So with that reflection on the World Series, the Giants, and the deep appreciation and gratitude we cannot help but feel for the pet members of our family, I'd like to thank you for coming to this, our first Sunday in the month of November 2014, our very special pet memorial service. Let us all try to enjoy this never to come again beautiful November day. And congratulations again to the orange and black. I didn't have a Giants tie, but see, this is my orange and black basketball tie, commemorating the beginning of the NBA season. Yes! In closing, please join me in Gassho. We may not be in the World Series, but like the teams that played, we should live each day as if it were Game 7, and live each moment as if it were the bottom of the 9th. If there is someone we love, let us hold them close now. If there is someone who has shown us kindness, let us thank them now. With our Dharma eyes open, let us try to enjoy and appreciate each day with that sense of gratitude beyond words we call Onem Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.